Hey guys, it's me again, Tina, and in this video, I'm going to share with you my experience traveling by ferry from Brunei to Labuan. During my 12-day trip to Borneo last August, I experienced traveling by ferry from Brunei to Labuan in Malaysia. Labuan is not on my original itinerary, and it never crossed my mind that I would visit the tax haven in Malaysia. When I was preparing my itinerary, my plan was to travel by bus from Brunei to Kota Kinabalu the day after we arrived in Brunei. It was the reason I chose easy lodgings in Gadong as our accommodation. It is within walking distance of the bus station of Sipitang Express, the bus that goes to Kota Kinabalu. I was supposed to stay in KK for 3 nights, then fly to Kuching, Malaysia. I had already booked my flight to Kuching when my brother asked me if I have already booked a bus ticket to KK. He said trips from Brunei to KK are only on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and I was planning to do it on a Sunday because we were arriving in Brunei on a Saturday. When I was checking the website of Sipitang Express for tickets, I thought that it was still too early, that's why tickets were not yet available. It wasn't posted in the website of Sipitang Express the schedule of their trips from Brunei to Kota Kinabalu. I started to panic when I found out about the schedule, and at one instance, I considered not taking the flight to Kuching anymore. But I didn't want to waste my money, so I tried looking for other ways so that I could still go on with my itinerary. Flight from Brunei to KK is one option, but it was super expensive. While looking for other ways, I discovered that you can travel to KK from Brunei by ferry. It is not a direct trip as you have to go to Labuan first, then from Labuan, you have to change to a different ferry that goes to Kota Kinabalu. When I found out about this option, I started checking for information about Labuan. Labuan is a federal territory of Malaysia located off the northwest coast of Borneo. It is often referred to as Labuan Island because it is the main landmass within the territory. Labuan has a rich history, with various cultures and colonial powers influencing the region over the centuries. It was once part of the Brunei Sultanate and later became a British colony in the 19th century. The British established Labuan as a free port and a hub for trade and commerce in the region. Labuan is accessible by air and sea. Labuan Airport connects the island to major cities in Malaysia, and regular ferry services connect it to the nearby Sabah state. It is known for its offshore financial services, natural beauty, and cultural diversity, making it a unique destination and economic hub within Malaysia. Labuan looked like an interesting place to visit, so I decided to take this option and spend a night in Labuan. As of the moment, there are no ferry trips from Labuan to KK, so my plan after Labuan was to take the speedboat to Menumbuk, and from Menumbuk, I will ride a bus to KK. The ferry from Brunei to Labuan leaves from the Serasa Ferry Terminal on the easternmost tip of West Brunei in the town of Muara. To get there, you have 2 options. The cheaper option is riding a bus to Muara from the bus terminal in Bandar Seri Begawan, and in Muara, you can either walk for 30 minutes or ride the bus to Serasa Ferry Terminal. I opted for the more convenient option of getting to Serasa Ferry Terminal, which is booking a ride with Dart. Dart is a ride-hailing app in Brunei similar to Grab or Gojek. The process was straightforward. I used the Dart app, entered my pickup location and destination, and within minutes, a friendly driver was on his way to pick me up. The reason I took Dart was I thought I was pressed for time. It was already 8 in the morning and I thought the ferry leaves at 9:30 a.m. I spent about an hour the night before searching for the ferry schedule, but the information available on the internet was mostly written before the pandemic. The Dart ride to the ferry terminal was comfortable and stress-free. It cost me 18.3 Brunei dollars from Gadong to Serasa Port. The driver was courteous and spoke English really well. He told me that the ferry to Labuan was at 12:30 p.m., but I was already on my way to the ferry terminal, so I just went anyway. I arrived at the ferry terminal before 9 a.m. The place was very quiet. The ticket counter was still closed, and even the shop selling snacks and souvenirs was still closed. After around 20 minutes of waiting, the ticket counter finally opened. I bought a ticket and was told that I had to be at the departure gate 30 minutes before the departure time. According to the lady, as of that moment, there is only one trip from Brunei to Labuan. It leaves Serasa Ferry Terminal at 1 p.m. But you need to be there at least an hour before to buy the ticket and do the immigration clearance. The ferry ticket costs 23 Brunei dollars and you also have to pay 2 Brunei dollars passenger service charge. I still had around 3 hours and there was nothing to do at the ferry terminal, so I decided to go for a walk. I saw in Google Maps that there's a restaurant with good reviews 15 minutes walk from the ferry terminal, so I decided to check it out. It was really hot outside and my bag was a bit heavy because of the laptop. I was starting to regret my decision, but I was already halfway, so I decided to continue. When I got there, the restaurant was closed. The staff said Sunday's their rest day, but I was able to buy Coke from them, so I was fine with it. I still had the chicken burger from the night before that I was not able to eat because I got full from the French fries. I sat at the corner of the building and ate the burger. Back at the ferry terminal, I had to wait for maybe an hour before the departure gate opened. We queued at the immigration because we were exiting Brunei. After that, we walked to the ferry. The ferry looked old, but it was okay. It has aircon and the seats were okay. I also used the toilet because I really had to pee. It didn't look so nice, but at least it was clean. I fell asleep during the journey to Labuan, probably because I was too tired from the walk earlier. Also, I only had less than 5 hours of sleep the night before. The travel time from Serasa Ferry Terminal to Labuan is approximately 1 hour and 30 minutes. At the Labuan International Ferry Terminal, we had to pass by the immigration first as we were entering Malaysia, before getting out of the ferry terminal. Traveling from Brunei to Labuan by ferry is not only convenient but also a memorable experience. If you're planning a trip to Borneo, you might want to check out Labuan too. I'll share in my next video how I spent 24 hours in the tax haven in Malaysia. I hope you enjoyed this video and please give a thumbs up if I was able to help you with your queries regarding ferry travel from Brunei to Labuan. And please subscribe to my channel for more exciting stories about my trip to Borneo. Till next video, guys!